Okay, today we're gonna make a real true French Vietnamese coffee. First of all, you need some condensed milk. Okay, this is like the thick Vietnamese condensed milk. And you need probably, let's see, 1 spoon and then 1.5 spoons of the condensed milk. And then this Cafe du Monde. This is the French coffee. And remember, this is the filter that I was talking about the other day. The Vietnamese coffee maker or the filter. You can find this at the Asian market. And then you add 2 spoons of the French coffee. And then you press it down. Put this right in on top of the glass with the milk here. And now all you have to do is add some hot boiling water. Usually 2 rounds is good. So that's the first round. And the condensed milk, after you all finish using it, you just put it back in the refrigerator once it's open. Usually this is gonna take about probably within 10 minutes to get the whole thing done. So you just let the water go down. You see the coffee is dripping, and after it's drained, you can add the second round of water, but I'm just gonna let it drain for now. Like I said, French Vietnamese coffee is a waiting game. You have to wait, and in the meantime, especially when you are at the restaurant, when you order your food, and then when you are eating your food, then you just wait for the coffee to drain. And then after it's finished, then you can drink it during your meal time at the restaurant. Otherwise, you can, nowadays I see that they call it pre-made or pre-mix, and then they just bring it out. Not a lot of restaurants still doing this kind of waiting, but in Vietnam they still do it, just because they have a lot of free time in Vietnam, where people have nothing to do but go to the coffee shop and sit down and wait for a cup of coffee. So now I'm gonna add the second round of water, because the first round is almost complete. So now I'm just gonna wait for this second round to complete. And then you see the milk is on the bottom of the glass here. It's like, you see, this is the condensed milk that is still sitting on the bottom, and the coffee is coming down nicely. So now we're just gonna wait a little bit extra time. Maybe probably 2 minutes is when this whole thing's gonna drain. And then after that, you can just add some ice at the end, and that will make it a Vietnamese French coffee. But right now we're just gonna wait a little bit so that the coffee is continue to drain. This is called a Vietnamese filter. Usually at the restaurant right nowadays, this glass of coffee is about $7 or $8, I think. But if you buy the milk and the coffee and the coffee filter, I think this is gonna save you a lot of money. It's just that you need some time to make it. Like in the morning, if you have 10 minutes before work, you can just make it and then bring it to work, you know. Some people kind of like to pre-mix them or make them the night before and keep them in the refrigerator, and then they can serve with ice, which is okay, not bad at all, you know, to save time. So right now the coffee is still drained, and I think that's probably enough for me because I like my coffee to be strong. So then now I'm just gonna put this extra coffee filter over here and let it continue to drain, and then I can use the coffee later on. I mean, I can add later on, just let it drain on a separate cup, you know, like a shorter cup like that. And now this one, you can just start mixing the coffee. Just gonna turn this side so you can see the mixing of the coffee. You see how condensed this look? It's kind of thick, you know, because of the condensed milk. So after you mix it, you're just gonna add some ice to it. I just washed my hands, so it should be clean. And then I'm just gonna add some ice. Just mix it up. This version of a coffee is very, very strong, you know, very strong flavor. Now all you have to do is mix it up. You see the milk is still on the bottom of the glass because that's the condensed milk, you know. So mix it up, and that's the Vietnamese French coffee. Some of the coffee that over here that I put on the extra cup, I'm just gonna add it. And you see, this is so delicious. French coffee. French Vietnamese coffee is what I call. Let's taste it. Wow. This is the true Vietnamese French coffee. And that's how you make them. If you have any question, you can comment or send me a message and I can answer the question. Thank you. Good night.